All right. I'll give it a few minutes to see if anybody joins in before I get started. So I'll just give it a few moments here. All right, whatever. I'll get started. People will join in as we go. I've been a little MIA for the past few days. Things been going on, happening and whatnot. It's life. Life just happens. Nothing serious. Just been busy with tasks and stuff. Um, so yeah, I apologize for not doing any content. I will say in the future that I'll probably no longer do lives on Facebook and Instagram. I don't have Instagram up to date. Doing a video on my phone that I can make shorts out of and start hopefully gaining traffic to my YouTube channel. So um, yeah, I'm gonna start just streamlining everything on YouTube to drive the traffic and whatnot. So for those of you that find value in these videos or you want to continue watching, I'll post up my YouTube channel. Give it a view over glance, if you will. I revamped some things from my banner to my description to I mean, you name it, I've done it. I just need to get better about doing the content on there. It's kind of a tricky one, so I'm working on it. Just know that, but I'll probably start streamlining everything from there rather than doing three platforms because it becomes a bit much after a while. I have to set up three separate platforms, do three separate descriptions. Yeah, etc. Sorry. Um, so yeah, I guess we'll get into it. Uh, I guess you can say I've considered calling this the Muscles and Macros podcast, so we'll go with that. Welcome to the Muscles and Macros podcast. Who am I? My name is Josh, aka Muscles and Macros Coach. For those of you that follow me on Instagram and YouTube, I'm a faster way to fat loss coach. I decided to become a coach because I am going through a transition of a long term career. Fell into some sadness, a depression, because I felt like I was going to lose the ability to serve people and continue my passion with guiding and mentoring people. Hey, welcome. So I felt like I lost my purpose, and then I kind of, to sum up the story, found the faster way to fat loss, which provides me the ability to serve people, um, whether they're looking for a change in their fitness, their nutrition, mindset, really anything. Honestly, just it makes me happy to help people out. That's, I believe, my purpose in life, my calling. So that's about me. For those of you that have been watching routinely, you know that I'm a big supporter in small business, local business, or better known businesses, or whatever you want to call out there, because they're just doing the thing, man. They're taking a leap of faith, going out on a limb, living life, trying to create something to pass on generation to generation. And well, I guess my video just stopped. I ran out of storage apparently. Um, yeah, they're just doing the thing, and it takes a great amount of intestinal fortitude to do something like that. So I thoroughly enjoy supporting them, whether that be through monetary purposes or just giving a shout out because it gives everybody a little bit insight of one, what this company's like, and two, their quality that they pump out. So today, and we'll get into the story time. I've highlighted this one before, but uh, yeah, we'll get into the story. So, Mugsy's, right? I picked up a new bag of coffee beans. Those of you that know, I love coffee. This one's bourbon praline pie, classic pecan pie with bourbon caramel, however you want to pronounce it. Uh, so there I was, right, doing some things, and then I decided to go to Mugsy's, right, because I love coffee, and I was just browsing through the inventory, and Danielle wanted a coffee from them because she's pretty fond of them as well. They have pretty good flavors and stuff. So there I was trying to check out, and their system went down. And needless to say, they did something extraordinary and complimentary. Uh, I tried to deny it because that's just the person I am, but they weren't having it. So they blessed me with a good day, and they probably knew I needed it. I was looking pretty rough when I went in there. It's just like I said, life's been going on, and things have been pretty rough lately. So they blessed me, and I told them I was going to make it up to them, and somehow I will. Even just the amount that was on the screen that I feel like I owe them, that's not enough. Um, I guess they just knew that I needed it. So shout out to Mugsy's, great people, great coffee. You can buy their stuff either locally or online. They have a website. Super dope people. Check them out. And then another favorite of mine, Invader Coffee. Come to find out, these people work out of a little warehouse in Texas, Austin, Texas, around that area, and they had some storms come through and a little bit of damage. So they put orders on pause and stuff like that, so they can take care of them and do the thing. So say prayers for them and give their company some love. And then the next one's located in the Chattanooga, Tennessee area. Boho Glow. I guess it's like a spray tan stuff going on. I know the owner personally. She lived in the neighborhood for a long time, but she's very professional and she's just trying to get started, do the thing, fuel her passion. So check her out. I'll recap everything in the Facebook posts and stuff like that. Now, rolling into charity. So, for those of you that know, I'm doing a fundraiser for the Stop Soldier Suicide Foundation. I'm a little behind. I'm a couple days behind on my mileage. So, after this, I got to go walk and try and catch up to raise awareness for suicide prevention. It's not just walking the miles. It's what it is, raising awareness, right? Going around telling people that if you ever feel like that you need to conduct a permanent solution for a temporary problem, refrain from that. There's other coping mechanisms, right? There's people out there that are willing to help. Mental health is one of my biggest things. I'm suffering through some things. I know a lot of other people that are suffering through things. Believe it or not, it's okay to talk about your feelings, especially for those of you that are male. I know, you know, not knocking anybody's parents or not, saying my parents did this, but it's just kind of one of those things, the social norm that's out there that people say men shouldn't express their feelings, men shouldn't cry, blah 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 blah. That's not true. It's perfectly okay. You should do it honestly. It'll really help. Some things. It's a coping mechanism. So it's all right. Talk about your feelings. So check out Stop Soldier Suicide. I think you can join as well if you want to start raising awareness and and profits to help these fine men and women continue their fight, provide resources for people that need it, etc. And then I got another foundation, mental health related, 988 Lifeline. It's on Facebook, I believe, if you want to donate to it. Uh, Again, if you ever find yourself in that situation, you feel like you need help, there's resources available, there's people available. You can contact me. It doesn't matter what time of day or night it is, just as long as it's nighttime, you might want to give a few rings because I take sleeping medication, so I might be out of it. But I'm here. That's what I'm here for. That's part of my purpose on being on this earth. Um, so going right along, today's quote is kind of some of the topics that we're going to talk about. I felt like this one was important because, again, I'm going through it. Some days are better than others, right? I'm human, but I just want to emphasize the importance on the mind. So today's quote says, "With confidence, you have won before you've started." Marcus Garvey. What does that mean in my point of view, my perspective? You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that those circumstances are going to come to you, even when the world seems dark and grim. You have to believe, speak it into existence before it'll happen. If you don't speak it into existence, then you're limiting yourself. You're limiting your abilities to grow and develop and become something more than you could ever imagine. So that's the quote of the day. Uh, Again, my big topic is the mind. I wrote some things down, some facts and whatnot, just to kind of express. But mindset is it's ridiculous how much the brain has power over you. Your mind is one of the strongest things that your body possesses, and if you don't train your mind properly and routinely, and you fill it with garbage, you're not going to be very successful. And negativity or misery loves company. What do I mean by that? A negative mindset is like cancer, for a lack of better terms. It will literally grow and spread at a rapid rate until you just cannot control it anymore. And I feel like that's what happened. That's kind of what's happening in today's norm, today's society, and it really gets the best of me because America, like, we'll just speak on America's term. America is a great country. It stands for something great, but you have people out there that are destroying it, destroying us, creating a division, and people, they're just brainwashed and they don't want to believe that they can alter their mindset for positive. They don't want to believe that they can change the world, even though they're one person. It just takes consistency and the will. Um, so that's all I'll say about that. But let's see here. Some notes I wrote down. So apparently, there's like 8 types of mindsets, but two are the most important. The two most important are growth and fixed mindsets. And why are those the two most important? Because those are the two most common out of the 8. So a fixed mindset is one that needs affirmation, and you can best correlate that with instant gratification or uh, like something they can see or be told. Now, what do I mean by that? Grades is like a affirmation for somebody with a fixed mindset. Um Obviously, the praise, right? You did a good job, or you did well, or blah blah blah. It's a fixed mindset. Uh, One of the most dangerous mindsets. Why do I say that? Because you can limit your abilities with a fixed mindset. Um, and then we got growth. So a growth mindset obviously is what is name is. It's the best one to have because you never feel fulfilled, right? You're always looking for other ways to continue growing and developing and becoming the best version of yourself. The growth mindset, when it's most active, is when it's being told how to improve, how you can do better, and because you see it as an opportunity rather than negative, right? You're looking for new ways to kind of adapt and overcome and continue to grow. So those are the two most important ones. Um, these mindsets in action, a fixed mindset does not do well with setbacks. Setbacks are, hurdles in life, whatever happens, and they tend to give up. They tend to just say, fuck it, I'm not good at this, or this is happening to me, woe is me. So I'm going to stop doing it. And they tend to be the ones that, they limit or fix themselves, and they want to bring others down with them instead of allowing other people to blossom. Uh, so yeah, don't be like that. Uh, a growth mindset in action is how I can do better, how I can try harder to grow, to be better, to do things. You see failure as an opportunity to develop yourself and do great things. Uh, so yeah, apparently there's a term called neuroplasticity. It's a common term used in the brain field, but basically it's equivalent to your brain is plastic, right? You can mold and form your brain with training over time to have w- set outcome mindset. Hopefully, a growth mindset out of the eight. Um I think it's important that you should consistently train your brain for like success. Why do I say that? Instead of limiting yourself, which a lot of people do, you are literally capable of anything that you put your mind to. Um, I know that's a broad statement, but it's true. When you start believing, speaking things into existence, surrounding yourself with the crowd that you aspire to be, eventually you are going to be one of those people. It may take time, right? Rome wasn't built overnight, but slow progression is better than no progression in my mind. Um, so yeah, that's about the brain. Uh, I also put resiliency in here. And resiliency promotes inner drive and helps you develop healthy relationships rather than toxic ones. It also allows you the ability to adapt and overcome to new situations or circumstances. Why is resiliency important? Right? Don't be the egg, be the tennis ball, because life happens. Anything can literally hit you in the face with life, and if you're not ready to take by the horns, then chances are you're going to fall into a downward spiral. And hopefully you don't do the inevitable. But yeah, I know this is kind of dry. I'm just kind of out of it. I got a lot going on in my mind, and kind of rusty because I haven't done this in a few days. So you know, practice practice makes progress, right? Practice doesn't make perfection. Nobody's perfect. That's just the way it is. Uh, let's see here. Apparently, there's skills and resilience that you can form, i.e., problem solving, goal setting, effective communication, emotional regulation, social support, self care, meaning and purpose, positive outcomes or outlooks, self awareness, and coping mechanisms. And so, by practicing resilience, you can gain these skills, which some of them, I mean, they're all pretty important, but some of them really stick out to me. And I preach these to all my people that I come in contact with, whether I directly serve them or not. But goal setting is powerful. I believe everybody should sit down and write your goals down. Make some time frames up. 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, and etc. If you want to go that far. But by setting goals, you're going to start to hold yourself accountable as long as you keep routinely checking up on these goals. What do I mean by that? So we'll use an example, your 1 year goal, right? We'll say you want to be financially free in a year. Out of those 12 months in the year, at minimum, you should go back once a month and be like, hey, what am I doing to achieve my set end goal? Uh, am I doing anything? No, I suck. Let me do better. Or yes, I'm doing this and I'm on track to accomplish my goal by the end of the year. Um, Again, it allows you to kind of see yourself in a vision as long as you hold yourself accountable to those set goals. Um, Goal setting, super important. Social support is also important, and I'm coming to realize this, especially now. What do I mean by that? You should have a you should have a social network that you can call and depend on when things go south. You should have multiple people that you can turn to, whether it be in person, right? You go see this person in person, or a Facebook group that you can kind of turn to and be like, "Hey, I'm going through these things. Can you help me?" Etc. It's super important because, right, you shouldn't always depend on one person. Not everybody, right? Everybody has their own life, so sometimes that person's busy, and you might need somebody else to turn to, especially when things are dark and grim, and somebody that can help you through, life, the hurdles that you're going through. Um, like I said, I'm kind of figuring that out now. Whereas I thought that I didn't really need anybody, or maybe only one person. One person can only bear so much. I don't want to say burden or brunt, but uh, they have their own circumstances or situations going on that they are dealing with. So you can't always put all of yours on them too. So social support. And this one, this skill is. I see a lot of people struggling with it, especially myself, especially those that get out of the armed forces, and life just kind of slows down and it hits a halt, and that's meaning and purpose. And you have to really dig deep and find what it is that you're looking for out of life, and it has to be meaningful to you. Otherwise, it's just going to be something that you don't really enjoy. You're just kind of going through the motions, and eventually you're going to quit because it's just not for you. It has to provide purpose in your life. Uh, Makes you happy to do it, motivated, joyful. Uh, it inspires you to do it. It's super important that you establish that, because if you don't, you're just going to go through the motions of life, and you're going to regret a lot of things because you're probably not going to get everything that you're looking for out of your endeavor. So really dig deep and establish your meaning and purpose, and then find that field that really calls you. I didn't know this, but apparently high intensity training or high intensity exercises help you build resilience. I guess that's because it sucks and you really don't want to do it, but you tell yourself that you want to do it. So over time, it builds some resilience in your brain, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess I got to do this, or it's good for me, and yeah, it's gonna suck for however long, but it's good for my heart, my muscles, my mind, etc. Uh, yeah, so My wife wanted me to talk about this one, and that is negative self-talk and the importance of negative uh, self-talk mechanisms, or I forgot how she worded it, but negative self-talk. What is that? Just what it says. You're literally uh, being your biggest critic. You're always denying yourself whatever. So apparently there's four types of negative self-talk. Personalizing, which is blaming yourself. Filtering, which is finding all of the negative rather than the positive. Uh, catastrophizing. Sorry, I butchered that one, but if you're one of those people that anticipate the bad always, and then polarizing, seeing good or bad, there's no in between. Um, so why do I bring up negative self-talk? Well, it can induce stress. It can cause your body a ridiculous amount of stress that it doesn't need. It'll limit your abilities in doing whatever you do, and then it'll increase mental health issues or problems. Um, Again, your brain is one of the most powerful things that your body possesses. So if you're constantly being your biggest critic, if you're never giving yourself affirmation, or just seeing that failure is one of those things that's going to happen in life, and you have to take it for what it is and build and grow on that failure rather than quitting. uh, you're just going to have, dark and grim times, and it, uh, it's well, life's too short to really focus on all the negatives or hold grudges or be mad. As you never promise tomorrow, you should always live life to the fullest. Things can happen, like, for an example, I didn't know that maybe one day I'll lose my eyesight completely. So that was kind of like a turning point to me for me, where I was like, I really need to change the way I think or the way I am, and just kind of live life and enjoy it for what it is, good, bad, and ugly. Uh, you're there for a reason. It happens for a reason. It'll build and mold and grow you into the person that you need to be. Um, I don't know if she's watching. Let me know, what else you want me to say about negative self-talk. She had like this whole spill about it. Told me to talk about it. Just kind of spitballing, really. I mean, I have an outline, but just kind of going. So I didn't know this. We're talking about the brain now. Going on to the brain. So the brain's made up of cells, obviously. One type of the cell is called neurons. Neurons transmit messages between each other, causing connections. These said connections um, cause neuropathways neural pathways. And neural pathways allow you to become either proficient or weak in certain skill sets, depending on the level of repetition that you do these skill sets. I didn't know that. I thought that was pretty interesting. Obviously, there's a lot of pieces and components that go into the brain. So, um, yeah, like I said, I thought that was interesting, and I want to talk about it. Moving on to the next topic. I kind of already mentioned this one. It's the fundraiser, Stop Soldier Suicide. I just want to re-highlight it. If you can find it in your heart, donate to an amazing cause that provides resources for people that need it. Uh, you should always donate to charity, because good things will happen to good people. And I'm not one to toot my own horn, but a fine gentleman that I see routinely told me that I was a really good person, and I've heard it before, but I never really put a whole lot of thought into it because I never felt enough. I never. I mean, how do you define enough? I guess you can't, but I always felt like I never did enough, or I never do enough. But he told me one day that I was a good guy, and yeah, I kind of lost my focus on that one. But uh, yeah, so donate to an amazing cause if you can find it in your heart. Mental health is one of the big ones, that I focus and highlight. Um, I say I don't do enough of this, but I've been doing it quite a bit lately, highlighting myself or promoting myself. So again, I'm a fast way to fat loss coach. For those of you that don't know, um, I got a new client round coming up on February 13th. I'm hoping I get some more traffic. The fine young men and women that are already going through it from this last round are crushing it, doing great things, seeing progress in themselves, both physically and figuratively or mentally. And it's great. I'm proud of them for taking the leap of faith, going through it. Yeah, it's a commitment, but you know what? It's a healthy commitment to yourself. There's a lot of aspects that you can gain from joining the program. The mental health aspect was enough for me. I just, it's just unreal how much the brain and your mind has control over your whole body. Um, Even something as simple as expressing your gratitude for the day can really tweak or alter your mindset for a more positive outlook on life. And you're going to start to see growth in yourself as long as you journal it or blog it or vlog it or whatever you do. Um, Over time, right, when you go look back, you're going to be like, wow, I've changed, and I've changed for the better, or this is what I was going through, and it's just crazy that I made it out. So if you're looking to change, your diet, nutrition, fitness, mental health, you're looking for a community it's ridiculous how a civilian organization is very tight knit. Uh, for all of you veterans out there that know. So yeah, what's new with me? Uh, I've been in the works, developed a web page. I haven't paid for the domain name, but whatever. But I designed a web page so that I could start doing like promoting my coaching, and then like affiliate marketing. I tell people this all the time. I can't stress it enough that it is ridiculously important that you should not rely on one income source, because anything could happen to you literally. You might lose both your legs and can't work anymore. That's a morbid way to put it, but I mean it's reality, right? You never know what's going to happen in life. So you should have more than one income source, and one of the ways that I'm doing it is affiliate marketing, and you can literally affiliate market off of anything. Honestly, Amazon's one of the easiest ones that you can apply for, and all you got to do is just post up a link to something, or post up uh, links that you bought in the past that you might recommend. And when people go click that link and they buy something, you get a commission of the sale. And after a while, they write you a check and send it to your house or put it in your bank account. That's just one of the ways that you can do it. A passive income source. You're literally not having to work on it. You just post a link every now and then or routinely, however you want to do it, and as long as people go buy stuff through it, it's money for you. Uh, so yeah, check out my webpage. I'll post it up again. But it's been posted before. It's in the profile, or on I don't have Instagram up, but for Instagram followers, it's in my bio, as they say. So I had a long tasking the other night, which gave me a lot of time to do crazy stuff. Uh, but I started going through the motions of a business plan. And for those of you that are looking to start doing business on your own, entrepreneurship, I can tell you from experience, you should do your business plan first before you even buy anything or commit to something. You should do your business planning first. Um, that's coming from like hard experience. Like I learned the hard way. Not necessarily a bad thing, but a lot of heartache could have probably been done had I done it. What goes into a business plan? A lot about you, about your company, who works for your company, your market strategy, your market analysis, how much money there's to be made in that market. I mean, everything under the sun, you name it, it's in there. But I started going through and doing my own. And for those of you that might have paid somebody to do this, or you're thinking about paying somebody to do it, I recommend you don't. I recommend you go through the trials and tribulations of starting the business plan yourself. It really builds character and it give you a little bit of insight on like what's actually happening in your market or your niche, because your niche might be saturated and there's no money to be made, or there's money to be made, but it might be a tough sale because there's just a lot of people doing it. So um, I did my business plan on Canva. They have a lot of templates out there. If you are interested, I can send you mine or what I got so far because I'm not done. Uh, Even in just that long period of time frame, it's not done. It takes a while to actually have a successful business plan. And if you ever think about going to get funding from a bank, that's going to be one of the first documents they ask for because they want to know what the risk is. So yeah, I also developed a new client document. My wife's been telling me that we need to do new client documents for all of our clients that join. Yeah, the faster way provides one, but we want to give people a sense of a family or a sense of their their well-being or their success is top priority, which it is. So I designed a new client guide, and she says it's pretty good. I don't know. It's probably still got some room for improvement, but it's mine or ours. But it sounds like me talking in in the guide in the paper. So let me know if you want to check it out or if you want to join. Obviously, you're going to get it sent to you because it's our new client guide, and we want you to feel welcome. Um, yeah, that's what's up with me. That's new with me. Uh, and then like I said, I kind of been out of it. I'm out of it right now. I just have a lot of mental health issues I'm dealing with. Uh, and, when I have idle time, it's very detrimental to me. I tend to think about some of the traumatic things that have happened in my lifetime, and yeah, it's just I forgot to mention, and I posted this on Facebook, but I'm now a Redcon one tier operator, aka an affiliate marketer. If you're looking for some A1 subs out there looking to build muscle, whatever, you can either get your subs from the faster way with us, or you can get supplements from the Redcon One group. Their stuff's good. I use it. They took care of me the time that I bought from 'em, so check out the links on my profile, etc. I think that's all I had to talk about. Sorry it was dry. Just kind of picking up pieces here and trying to get back in the swing of things. And I forgot. Usually we do an unboxing, but I don't have anything today. I got this in the mail a few days ago. It's a faster way to fat loss mini Yeti cup. My wife got it for me, I guess for coffee, but I drink water out of it most of the time. Super dope cup. Of course, I got to put my swag on it, right? All my slaps because I love stickers. Um, yeah, it's pretty neat. Promotes the business, promotes the coaching. Uh, Keeps me hydrated because I carry this little cup around and fuel my body. But uh, yeah, so that's all I got to talk about today. Um, I always like to make it a point to thank all the people that poked their head in, peeked, watched, comment, heart, like, thumbs up, whatever, subscribe, hate, even haters, right? Because I win at the end of the day. You watch my shit. And maybe if you possessed enough intelligence, you provided some constructive criticism so that I can grow. Chances are you're probably going to come back and either hate or watch because you enjoy it and you find value. So thank you to all of you. Uh, Juan, thank you for watching the whole dry spill. But appreciate you. Like, it means a lot. Um, if you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. Don't be a stranger. Uh, I still look up to you. Maybe you do the same to me. I don't know. Uh, but yeah, thanks, bro. Uh, Trying to think if I missed anything. I think I missed the gratitude. So, what am I grateful for today? You know what? I'm grateful for Juan here watching this dry spill. Uh, Not leaving, even when it was like I'm just a dry monotone person, like you said. I mean, I'm kind of out of it, but appreciate you, bro, for watching. So I'm super grateful for you. Uh, and words don't even express. I mean, they just can't even. It just means a lot. I'll say that. So grateful for you. Express your gratitude in the comments. Let me know if you want me to highlight any businesses or try them. I love supporting small and local owned businesses because they're just doing the thing. They're living life to the fullest. So, y'all have a blessed and beautiful night.